train at that what
At
was
his
that?
dad's.
The condemned boxing gym.
Yeah.
Jesus, that's what that reminds me of.
Battling Murdock or whatever
Yeah,
his name was. Yeah, his dad's
Yeah,
name.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 Yeah, one of the
So,
biggest things, Jorge, that Matt has always tried to deal with is the life and death, like taking the law into your own hands, the outcome of the vigilante. Like the second season, the reason why it's so good is that specific question. Because you know how I mean, you already know who Punisher is and what
Yeah.
his philosophy is. Matt is close to that, but it only takes one time, and then you're crossing that.
All it
And he
takes
very
is
much
one
so
bad day.
he very much so is not hasn't been willing to try to cross that line by any means necessary, even though he needed to, even when he wanted to. Like it's that's one of the things that makes this so good of a show is that that's the cornerstone from the first to the third season. But gosh, dog, that
It's
was
one.
amazing.
It's one of the conundrums. Wait. Okay. Hold on. We should. Do you want to do a review or now? Or we're out.
I don't even know.
Okay.
That messed me up. I'm not.
yeah, I need to take a beat.
That that
I'm probably gonna.
that was a whole lot.
Well, I'll put this
That was,
because this is part of the reaction that is the beauty of Daredevil, especially what Netflix did and what they're doing now with Disney Plus is the conundrum of like you have these philosophical thoughts, you have these takes where you see both sides at times, especially with Frank Castle and Matt Murdock, but it just like it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't even like tell you what's right and what's wrong. It's what happens to the characters. The characters choose what happens, and you have to sit with it at points. It's what makes Invincible great, and I think it's what makes this great. And I think you've seen at least the bit, but like I think if I'm not mistaken, the opening scene of the original series, the original run, was Matt the confession and saying, "God, I'm not asking God for forgiveness for what I've done. I'm asking Him for what I'm about to do." And it's just like he knows what he's doing is not fully right, but it just he's trying to make it be like I'm doing it for a right cause, not um for again power trip. Although it dare I say, he feels more alive than ever when he's putting himself on the line each day.
Yeah.
Except that he doesn't feel the constructs of what police and firefighters feel, which again, that's the balance of like vigilantism and. Mwah.
Yeah, I think the other part about it is when he was listening for her heartbeat and he couldn't hear it. It harpened right back to what was going on with Foggy.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of like killing another, person, he's making a conscientious choice. Like, if I could have gone back, could I have saved him? And it's nothing he could have done for Foggy. For this girl, he made a choice. I looked at it and they did it so well. Like the expression on his face, like, I gotta choose something different. Like, I gotta try to save her, like by any means necessary, even if like choking this guy out is not enough. I think he just wasn't willing to make that choice again, which is interesting. Which is really
And be conscious about it, like
he made that choice because he could have absolutely pulled a little bit further and snapped that dude's neck and still got to the girl, but he chose to let him go and make her the first priority. But it was interesting. Another thing with Muse, like I don't know enough about Muse's whatever he is, but his eyes were going in the back of his head, and I was like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
but it almost looked like he was taking her life force. Almost, I don't really know. It was really weird how they handled that. But he's a beast. God dog, he was going up against Daredevil like it. Yeah,
the choreography.
That fight was crazy.
I was so glad it just stood back and let's watch him.
Yeah, there was no CG in that fight.
No,
it was all
CG.
just straight up bare knuckles. And my man Wilson Fisk put in the hurt. But anyway, we're gonna go on more, I guess, in our review. But yeah, that's one of those ones I got to sit on for a little bit.
Now I kind of know why they're gonna choose to put this and episode 5 together. Like that makes sense. Like this is Fuck, man, it's so good. It's so good.
And his next one's gonna be Punisher because the police force is that's what's coming. That's what it's leading to. That's what. But I think the fact of you had Frank in that the episode
four,
episode 4, and then have that break of Matt going on with this mission. But like this episode was dedicated to get Matt and Wilson back to coming back to be Daredevil and Kingpin and going back to their nature. So that way that when the next later half of this season or the last third, we're just going full throttle and like nope. And I'm intrigued to see how this season's gonna wrap up, but also what it leads into season 2 because it's coming out immediately. It's just like especially and this big thing about this with Wilson was about his weight, and because I was reading interviews of talking about he's like there's a reason and plot wise about his weight, but in how in season 2 he had to be a certain size for the plot. I'm like, okay, what does that mean? But and then you're seeing this in here, it's like no, he can't fit the suit the mayor's suit that he shrunk himself down in because he's growing out of. Like no, it's like I got it's again skin that's peeling off of you, and I love go ahead.
But no, it's weird because as he's coming closer and closer to being Kingpin, his relationship with Vanessa is getting better. She's trusting him more.
Yeah, because it's no longer him putting on a facade. It's him being true to himself, which is what she likes.
That's what she fell in love with.
Yeah, so I think it's him becoming more of himself is allowing her to get closer to him, and likewise Daredevil becoming himself. That's where he's choosing like the good versus evil type of situation. Like in both those fights, they both were experiencing the same type of emotions, but you can tell good versus evil when Daredevil let him go to save the life, and Kingpin obviously did his own thing.
Oh, he was animal.
But Kingpin felt like that last shot where he's just sitting kind of down, like he felt at peace. Like
exhale.
Yeah, like I don't have to pretend anymore. And I think with Daredevil, it was almost, I think he knows that he made the right choice, even though he saw the bad guy like not there anymore. He saved the girl's life. So I don't know. It'll be interesting. I'm intrigued to see how they're going to intertwine the Punisher into this. Like, what's going to happen where he's going to, I get in a weird way, like come out of retirement, come out of the little like gym closet that he's in right now. Like I'm trying to figure out what Daredevil will tell him, or what will have to happen for him to say, hey, like I need your help, or I need you to come out here and fix this.
Yeah, I mean, I think it all goes back to the police force. I can't remember who said it first. It might have been Mike or Ronin, but I think that what he doesn't want is for them to do that in his name. Like, imagine they rolling around with skulls on their chest, policing everybody. Heck, I halfway thought that Wilson was going to appoint Poindexter to be the leader of the task force, and he still might. But I think what will make Frank come back will be that interaction that he had with Matt. I think he's concerned about Matt in general. I think that if anything makes him come back, I think it's going to be because of that. Because even that last look, I think that'll be bringing him back into the fray.
Do you think he would bring the girl back to Frank's like little hideout and just be like, she needs protection until we can find what's the guy's name with the white mask and the bloody Muse. Sorry. Until he can find Muse, and that's what will get him to come out.
It depends on how bad it gets, because from a vigilante standpoint, they're going to be after Daredevil. So she can't stay with him. Yeah. And I don't know, because she might not be any safer with Frank Castle either. But Frank is known for having like a young person that he's protecting. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like, and not just that, but that will be the only thing I can imagine that will bring out like the enforcer of him, because obviously he was trying to push Murdock to that point of like, like he kept calling him Red. He kept bringing up the other lawyer that got like he wants him to go to that dark space to help out. And I think Daredevil is going to be doing the same thing with him, where it's just trying to get him to like, hey, like I need your help. Like this is what's happening, type of stuff. I don't know. I think this will be neat. Like this was top notch.
Yeah.
I think the episode started with the prayer, and it
Ends with a prayer.
Yeah.
And the way they managed it started also with the prayer, him kissing Foggy's picture.
Yeah.
And then it harpened back to what happened to Foggy with the decision that he made while he was making the prayer at the end. I'm sorry, Jarrell, did you have anything?
Say something.
Well, at this point, we've been talking. We weren't supposed to do the review, but at this point, we've been talking long enough that if you want to have something to say, go for it.
Monday, I need some sleep. I don't really have much to say. I'm tired as fuck. I thought it was a great episode, but shit. I am exhausted for real. It's been a long day for me though.
Don't leave too soon because we're gonna need your stuff to download with footage wise. Because I saw you flip out a little bit. And I was like, oh, I need that for the screenshot for the thumbnail.
Anywho, but yeah, I guess at this point now, man, I don't know if we even need a review because
this was basically it.
We pretty much broken everything down.
I mean, this was basically it. Why don't we just go around and give each other the grades? Let's make that easy.
I think that's a good idea.
A with a billy club or a fist to the face.
Yeah.
A for Amen.
Amen. Jorge.
A for axe.
Ooh,
Jarrell?
That's a good one.
I don't know. I probably give it like a B something. I'm not really sure if it's B minus, B plus, B something. It was pretty great. Again.
I forgot one. That got no one. A for All right, you go.
Yeah, no. They're definitely.
This is an A plus for me.
Yeah.
I mean, this is my first A plus for different reasons because now this is taking the show in a different trajectory that I'm really excited to see because even with the way that they're handling Muse, even the way they're handling like the Fisk Tower aspect of it, even with how they're building out connective tissue to like the MCU world, this is really exciting. And I think coming off the last episode to this one, it was a perfect transition. If I had watched those episodes back to back, like everybody else is, I was pleasantly surprised and excited. So this is A plus for me. I really enjoyed it.
I just thought about something. We did not get the dinner scene. I'm a little.
And we got swordsman.
Yeah,
we didn't get no dinner scene, but we eating
What
good.
dinner scene?
We eating good.
With Kamala's family.
Oh no, that's gonna be for Miss Marvel. You know
that's not.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be the Miss Marvel show.
Yeah, that'll be like 5 years from now or something.
Yeah.
I wish she's like 20, almost 30 years old.
Yeah. They'll be, oh hey, remember we were supposed to have that dinner? I'm like,
yeah. But anywho, thank you guys so much for watching our review, I guess, of episode was it 6?
man, make this a reaction. Shit, I'm tired. I'm like borderline like falling asleep over here. Shit. Get me out of here.
2/3 of the way done.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Peace, everybody. Have a good night.
Later, everyone.